boys and girls, welcome back to our very own reading corner. Today we're going to be reading a book called King and Kayla in the Case of the Secret Code. I don't know what we have in this book because this sounds interesting, a secret code, huh? So let's just start off. Hello, my name is King. I'm a dog. This is Kayla. She is my human. I'm trying to teach Kayla a new trick. It's called the Get King Some Cheese trick. I love cheese. It's my favorite food. Here's how the trick works. I go to the refrigerator. I sit. I say, please get me some cheese. Kayla is having a hard time learning this trick. I say louder, please get me some cheese. Don't bark, King, Kayla says. I'm not barking. I'm just trying to teach Kayla a new trick. But she doesn't understand. I know why she doesn't understand. I try singing. Let's go to the refrigerator. Let's get King some cheese. I dance around the kitchen. Oh, I get it, Kayla says. You want to go outside. No, I don't want to go outside, I say. Why do humans always think dogs want to go outside? Ding dong! Someone's here, I say. Kayla and I race to the door. Who's there? Kayla asks. She peeks out the window. Then she opens the door. I crowd in beside her to see who it is. My tail droops. No one is here. There's a letter on our doormat. I pick it up and give it to Kayla. Thank you, King, she says with a smile. We go back inside. Kayla opens the letter. Her smile disappears. I can't read this, she says. There aren't any vowels in most of the words, Kayla says. You can't make words without vowels. I don't know what vowels are, and these are the only words I know how to read. Kayla, king, vet, pound. None of these words are in Kayla's letter. Who would leave a strange letter on our doormat? Kayla asks. Sniff, sniff. The paper smells like oatmeal. I love oatmeal. It's my favorite food. It also smells like Kayla's friend Jillian. Could Jillian have left it? Ding dong! Someone's here, I say. Kayla and I race to the door. Is it Jillian? Kayla peeks out the window. Then she opens the door. It's not Jillian. It's Mason. I love Mason. He's my favorite boy. I hop up and kiss him all over. No, King, Kayla says. Oops, I forgot. Kayla doesn't like it when I kiss other humans. Someone rang my doorbell and ran away, Mason tells Kayla. Was it you? No, she says. Someone rang my doorbell and ran away too. They left a letter, but I can't read it. I got a letter too, Mason says. I can't read my letter either. Kayla and Mason put their letters side by side. They're almost exactly the same, Kayla says. The second word is the only one that's different. That doesn't help, Mason says. We don't know what any of the words say. Who would leave us a letter that we can't read? Mason asks. Sniff, sniff. Mason's letter smells like Jillian too. I think Jillian left the letters, I say. But Kayla and Mason don't understand. It must be someone we both know, Kayla says. Jillian, I said again. Kayla looks at me. Do you need to go outside, King? No, I say. I'm trying to tell you who left the letters. Why would someone leave us letters that we can't read? Mason asks. Maybe it's a game, Kayla says. Maybe it's supposed to be fun, like solving a mystery. It's a mystery, all right, Mason says. But I don't know how to solve a mystery. I do, Kayla says. She grabs a notebook and pencil. Let's make a list of everything we know about this case, she says. The same person left both letters. Number 2, it's someone we both know. And number 3, the 2 letters are the same except for the second word. If I could write, I would add this to Kyla's list of things we know. Jillian left the letters. Now, let's make a list of what we don't know about this case, Kyla says. Number 1, who sent the letters? Number 2, what do the letters say? Number 3, how do we figure out what the letters say? If I could write, I would add this to Kyla's list of things we don't know. Why did Jillian leave the letters and run away? Now we need a plan, Kyla says. I have a plan. Find Jillian! I run to the door. I need to go outside. I need to go outside, I shout. I think King needs to go outside, Kayla tells Mason. Yes, yes, yes! I dance around to show her that I really do want to go outside this time. Kayla grabs my leash and snaps it to my collar. Then we all go outside. Sniff, sniff. I smell Jillian's scent. It's on her front porch. It's on her front steps. It's on her sidewalk. Kayla holds tight to my leash. Slow down, King, she says. But I can't slow down. I've got Jillian's scent. I follow Jillian's scent down the street. Kayla and Mason have to run to keep up. I follow Jillian's scent around the corner. King, Kayla yells, slow down! I mean it! She pulls on my leash, but I pull harder. I pull the leash right out of Kayla's hands. Come back here, King! Kayla screams. She stomps her foot. You are being a bad dog. I stop. I don't like it when Kayla says, I'm a bad dog. But then I see Jillian. She is only 10 houses away. I'm not a bad dog, I tell Kayla. I'm a good dog. You'll see. I'm going to help you solve this case. I run toward Jillian. Kayla sees Jillian too. Help! Jillian! She screams. King is loose! Help me catch him! Jillian turns. She runs toward me. I let her catch me. Guess what? She's got another one of those letters in her hand. It looks just like the letters she left for Kayla and Mason. Kayla grabs my leash. Thanks, Jillian, she says. What's that in your hand? Mason asks Jillian. Jillian puts the letter behind her back, but it's too late. Kayla and Mason have already seen it. It's a letter for Asia, Jillian says. I need to drop it off at her house. It looks like the letters we found on our front porches, Mason says. Did you leave letters on our porches? Kayla asks. Jillian blushes. Yes, she says. But we can't read them, Mason says. That's because they're written in code, Jillian says. You have to crack the code. How? Mason asks. I'll give you a hint, Jillian says. Z equals A. What kind of hint is that? Mason asks. Jillian just smiles and walks away. We go back to our house. Kayla and Mason put their letters on the kitchen table. Let's change all the Z's in our letters to A's, Kayla says. That looks better, Mason says. Yes, because now we have more vowels, Kayla says. The words still don't look like real words, Mason says. If Z equals A, then maybe A equals B, Kayla says. And maybe B equals C, and C equals D, Mason says. Let's change all the letters to the next one in the alphabet, Kayla says. After a while, Kayla says, I know what the first line says. Me too, Mason says. Dear Mason. Mine says, Dear Kayla, Kayla says. They read the rest together. It says, Dear Kayla, come to a secret spy party. My house, Saturday at noon. Love, Jillian. Hooray! We cracked the code! Kayla says. Now maybe they can crack my code. I go to the refrigerator. I sit. I say, please get me some cheese. What's the matter, King? Kayla asks. Do you need to go outside? I groan. I know what he wants, Mason says. He walks over to me. Oh boy, I'm going to get some cheese. He picks up my ball. I think King wants to play fetch. Close enough. I love to play fetch. It's my favorite thing. The end. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But wait, let me just go over what this book was about. This book was about, there's a dog called King. So they basically are called King, that's a dog, and Kyle. Kyle, I think, right? Kyla or Kyle? Wait. Yeah, it's Kyla. So they basically get a code, and then Mason comes along because he also finds the code. They get a hint from the person who actually gave it, who was Julian, and then they crack the code. Okay guys, I have a few questions for you guys. So the first question is, why did Kyla not understand King when King asked, please get me some cheese? So the second question is, why did Kayla and Mason not understand the code letter? So the third question is, both the letters were exactly the same except for one thing. What was that thing? Fourth question is, what were the three things that Kyla and Mason knew about the case, and what were the three things they did not know about in the list? And my last question is, what was the trick to decode the letter? Bye guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do want more, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.